Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of Black Male Advice TV, Ringo TV Reactions. Yeah, that's right. We back again with another video. Nicki Minaj finessed Kevin Samuels on IG Live, and men are mad. You seen the first video that I did where I reacted to Kevin Samuels rating Nicki Minaj a 9. Well, what we're gonna do today is we're gonna review and react to everything that was said so that we could get the full breakdown of what's going on. Because Nicki Minaj did something during that IG Live that pretty much exposed Kevin Samuels. And a lot of men are upset about this. See, I've been told, all of you brothers, that Kevin Samuels is a fraud. I already told you that he's a gimmick. He's not real. It's a minstrel show. But it seemed like when Kevin Samuels get in front of certain females within the industry, he's on his best behavior. Well, you know the drill. Let's react to this.
I heard it was blood clots and shit. I'm old. Or we might need to get 911 over there. So my bad.
Let me tell you. You see, let me tell you why I love the universe, and I am a firm believer of the universe.
Okay.
Listen, I wanted to get on and talk to you for a very long time.
Is that right?
Now, you have to understand something. When Nicki Minaj said that she wanted to get on and talk to Kevin Samuels for a very long time, she has a purpose for why she's doing this. Now, Kevin Samuels is a novice when it comes to mainstream, so he don't understand how cutthroat it is. Nicki Minaj, not only based on what I'm hearing, supposed to be releasing something. So this is basically a promotional thing. But at the same time, she's trolling Kevin Samuels, finessing him, and breaking him down into the fraud that he really is. Because she asked this guy key things, and this guy really couldn't respond. Not only that, she pretty much told black women to pretty much do their own thing, focus on themselves, and let them choose the man that they want. And Kevin Samuels had nothing to say. He just stayed quiet. Isn't that interesting, fam? Let's go.
That's very right.
What we got?
So I want to know what you gotta, let's have this real talk. Let's have this real talk. Because I know a lot of times when people will speak to you, it's like they trying to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like if you call somebody trying to be funny, yes, I feel if you call somebody trying to be funny, then don't.
Let me tell you something, fam. When you think about these so-called industry females, right? These women are filled with demons. Kevin Samuels know better. See, I'm a man of the Most High Yah. I focus on the truth. I focus on that which is right. Nicki Minaj is full of spirits. You understand? She embodies the succubus. You could see the demons in her eyes. Kevin Samuels really don't understand what he's doing. And he know to go against Nicki Minaj in any way means the end of his YouTube career. He knows that. And what this says to a lot of you brothers is that your so-called godfather is really a coward. Because all the things that Kevin Samuels promote on his platform in terms of going in on the women, calling them out and checking them and doing this and doing that, none of that was done during that IG Live. Your boy was frozen up. Similar to alpha male strategies when he was in the street talking about he's going to get some snow bunnies. And when the snow bunnies came by, he froze up. See, this is what's really going on in these streets. These guys that you brothers pretty much put on a pedestal as though they're some sort of godfather are really clowns and cowards. That was Kevin Samuels' opportunity to show the world that he's the so-called godfather. But instead, he showed you brothers that he's nothing but a godmother. He was on his best behavior with his milk and cookies. Let's go.
Be mad at what you get. If you call somebody that, and you're really trying to, sincerely ask questions or get information or chat, then that's different. So I want to talk to you.
Okay. What are we talking about?
Well,
you see, here's another point that I want to bring to the table, man. Here's another point. Yo, Kevin Samuels, man, I'm talking to you straight up and down, man. You a clown. And you prove to these brothers on social media that you're not fit to be in no position to speak. Because I'm going to tell you something straight up, fam. Nicki Minaj embody all the devils that so-called BWs embrace. In other words, you were standing right before the dragon, and rather than you slay the dragon, you became a coward. And you proven that you have no sword and you have no might. Because Nicki Minaj, your Cardi B's, and all of these so-called BWs in the industry, a part of the machine, are the embodiment of the succubus. These particular females is where the modern woman get their ratchetness from. And here you are on an IG Live right before these particular creatures. And rather than you slay the dragon, instead, you began to pander towards the creature. And she finessed you and made you look like a fool. And instead, she used it as a moment to empower the succubus. And all of her followers are all over social media praising her. And you're being clowned. You're a disgrace to the black sector of YouTube. And to all you so-called brothers that placed Kevin Samuels on a platform and on a pedestal as your so-called godfather, how do you feel now? Because I never supported this clown. And I've called him out many times. And nobody from his camp got anything to say to me. Oh, but they sure enough got smoke for YouTubers that got small channels. Oh yeah, they could talk that ish when it come to females. But when it come to men, men of honor and truth. They got no smoke. Because their greatest fear is that the majority of the population will see who they really are. Nicki Minaj finessed Kevin Samuels in a very slick way. And she empowered the BW and told her, forget about these brothers, which canceled out every single thing Kevin Samuels ever talked about. Facts. Let's go.
What do you rate me?
Is that what we're starting off with?
Now, when Kevin Samuels normally have women on his platform, you don't see him smiling when it comes to him rating them. You don't see that happening. You see, Nicki Minaj is 100% Miss Potato Head. Everything about her is fake. There is nothing real on these industry females. The only time you see them is with makeup on. In this particular IG Live, she's trying her best to look like an Asian woman. And I'm talking about an Asian woman. So for all you so-called Trinidadian sisters, please sit down. And stop trying to compare yourself to the Chinese woman and the Japanese woman. Just sit down and stop trying to copy everybody. Because I heard a lot of sisters trying to talk about, well, you know, Nicki Minaj is half Asian and blah, blah, blah. She do not look like a so-called Chinese woman. That's why she have to manufacture a facial feature and hairstyle to give her the image. But when you take her swimming, it all falls off. You understand? And I'm getting word that the dude that she so-called allegedly is married to or was married to has a very bad rap sheet. So this woman is in no position to even guide women at all. She's a horrible example to any woman to follow. And if I'm correct, isn't this the same woman that had an issue where her behind collapsed in a video clip? Some sort of behind malfunction, allegedly. Isn't that kind of ironic? But she's asking Kevin Samuels to rate her. How could a man rate you when your entire body is not real? Allegedly. How could he rate you? How could he give you a proper measurement and score if you're wearing a cake of makeup? If you're wearing fake eyelashes? If you're wearing a bunch of eyeliner? If you got on fake lipstick? If you got on all of this mascara? All of this foundation? Weaves in your hair? How could someone give you a proper rating under those conditions? But look at how Kevin Samuels is smiling. Cap Samuels is his name. He's smiling because the truth of the matter is both of them already made this agreement to be on this IG Live. And to be quite frank, I don't follow them like that. So I really don't know who joined whose IG Live. All I know is this video is floating around. I don't know if it's her IG Live that he came on or she came on his IG Live. I don't know. You understand? But one thing I can tell you is that them being on the same IG Live is business related. because they know that if she's about to release some sort of album, some music, a video, or whatever the case is, if she can interact with Kevin Samuels, it'll create some sort of buzz, which will get the attention on Nicki Minaj. And that's exactly what's going on. That's how the industry do business. So somebody got paid under the table. But in the process, Kevin Samuels lost a whole lot of points. And a lot of the brothers have lost their confidence in him because they realize that he's weak. Now, I already explained this whole thing about him giving her a 9, which is a joke. But let's listen in. Let's go.
Yeah.
Do you think that men rape women?
No, I thought, because isn't that what you do?
What have you seen in my content? Have you just seen like the clips?
Yeah. I think I always see people calling you and then you tell them.
Do you see how slow Nicki Minaj is? But you see like her mental state, like she's all over the place. That's the demon that's inside of her. See, I wouldn't even be wasting my time talking to a creature like that. Because you're literally talking to a demon. You're not talking to a woman. You understand? You're entertaining a devil. And see, this is the problem with content creators such as Kevin Samuels, is that he's on an IG Live with a woman who is the embodiment of feminism, the embodiment of a woman who is leading women astray, and yet he had no smoke for her. Because the majority of women that came to Kevin Samuels' platform look up to people like Nicki Minaj. They listen to her music, her style, and everything else. And these are the same women that teach women to just do your own thing. You don't need a man. You could get the bag. You could do bad by yourself. Kevin Samuels had the opportunity to slay the dragon. But no, he was more concerned about his wallet. He was more concerned about making friends. He was more concerned with pandering to her female following. And he knew to rate her a 9, because if he would have rated her a 6, it would have been hell to pay. But yet when it comes to you sisters, he looked down on you because he know that he could do that to you. But when it comes to these industry women, he know that they have connections and power in various places, and he don't want none of that smoke. Let's go.
You ain't no such and such. You lying to yourself. You ain't this.
What I typically don't do is I don't typically rate people. I ask them if they rate themselves. I usually ask these questions.
So let's start it that way.
Yeah. How tall are you?
I'm 5'3".
5'3", which means she's mad short. Mad short. You understand? And he said he don't rate any women, but he clearly said that I give you a 9. Totally contradict what he had to say.
Size?
My dress size?
Mm-hmm.
Bender Don said, my dress size? That's a good question.
Notice that she's taken forever just to give her dress size. Now, what woman in the industry who is always styling up, got all this money, don't even know her own dress size? Now, if she really followed Kevin Samuels, right? If she really followed his videos, right? Then she would know the routine. This is how you know that Nicki Minaj really don't follow Kevin Samuels' videos. This is just a business transaction. Because a woman that know Kevin Samuels' routine would know that he's going to ask about their dress size. So why Nicki Minaj, of all people, don't even know her own dress size?
I guess a 4?
Now she says she guess a 4. She guess a 4. Now, why Kevin Samuels didn't go into his normal routine of saying, no, you're not a 4, you're an 8 or a 9 or a 12 in dress size. You understand? He didn't do that.
All right. And on a scale from 1 to 10, you can't use 7. What would you rank yourself?
Now, before we even go there, notice one thing that Kevin Samuels didn't talk about. Guess what? He never asked her about her weight. You see that? He didn't ask her about her weight. Now, why is that? She's 5'3", she's short. So the more she weigh, it can clearly tell you a lot about her dress size. But Kevin didn't do that. But that's what he do when he talked to you sisters. For Nicki Minaj, he gave her the red carpet and was on his best behavior, which proved he's a fraud. Let's go. Now, a woman as arrogant as Nicki Minaj already know what she feel about herself. This is the same woman who made it very clear that she's empowering black women to focus on themselves, right? And how they, once they get themselves together, they can decide on choosing the kind of man they want. So why would she take that long to figure out what she would rate her own self? She should already know. You understand? And I really don't like makeup, man. I think makeup is evil, and I think makeup is of the devil. Really. I really believe it is. Now, there's a place for it. There's a place for makeup when it comes to doing a photo shoot, or you're acting in a movie, stuff like that, in a music video. There's a place for makeup when it's done appropriately. At the same time, when a woman wear makeup every day, and that's what she do to come outside, and every time you see her is makeup all day, that's witchcraft, fam. Because that means she's insecure and she don't like the way she look. That's why she's wearing all that makeup. Trying her best to look like an Asian woman when she's not. Now, which would you rather have, brothers? A real exotic looking Asian woman or Nicki Minaj? Because I personally look at her and to me she's trash. I'm just keeping it 1,000. When as soon as she start talking, all I get is ghetto. Doesn't matter how much money she got. None of that stuff mean nothing. There's a lot of people with money and they have a horrible life. Just the other day, you had that so-called Miss USA lady, had everything going for herself, successful. Guess what she did? She jumped off a building. She jumped off a building and killed herself. Now, what does that say about all her success? People were praising her, talking about how beautiful she is. Well, when she hit that floor, all that beauty was gone. She didn't think she was beautiful, and she didn't think highly of herself. That's why she went and ended herself. She ended her life. She ended everything that she built up. So, the outer appearance mean nothing, and your financial situation means nothing. What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? You see, people like Nicki Minaj has already lost their soul. Their soul is in the hands of the devil. Just like Kevin Samuels' soul is in the hands of the devil. Let's go.
Fresh face out of the shower, just you.
He said fresh face out of the shower, but her face is not fresh out of no shower.
Yeah.
That's how I always ask the question.
Kevin, why you didn't ask about Nicki Minaj's weight? Because that's how you can determine her dress size. You just skipped over the entire dress size stuff. You know good and well that she is not a size 4. You know that. But you went along with it anyway. Let's go.
Seven.
Can't use 7. That's why 7 is the most common answer.
Really?
It's the default answer for most.
You can't see that woman is out of her mind, fam. Like, I don't understand how could a man even have the patience to even sit there and talk to this type of woman. Like, I don't know. Like, I got better things to do than to waste my time. But see, again, when you're paid under the table, you got to do as you're told.
People, because they don't want to go too high, they don't want to go too low.
Well, no, it ain't a default answer for me.
Well, let's see. I would give you a 9.
Wow.
I would give you a 9 because you have the facial symmetry and you get additional points for eyes. Full lips.
Additional point for eyes and full lips. Really, Kevin? You know good and well that woman is wearing a cake of makeup. You're judging her based on her makeup, fam. That's not a fair judgment. Additional points. So basically you gave her a 9.5. So she's basically perfect in your eyes, right, Kevin? She's perfect, right? But all the other women you rate, they're just average at best. And y'all taking this guy serious?
See, it's not, I'm an actual image consultant.
An image consultant with no clients. That's basically what he is. An image consultant with no clients, no reviews, no nothing. Okay.
And I'm sure you dealt with a lot of people who take your pictures and stuff and so forth.
Why you're not an image consultant for Nicki Minaj? Who in the industry came to Kevin Samuels to be an image consultant for them? See? It's all cap, fam, at the end of the day. Let's go.
You have a symmetrical face.
No, she has a makeup Miss Potato Head face. All fake. Everything there is fake. I don't see how could a man look at a woman with a bunch of weave, a bunch of makeup, and be like, oh, you're just so beautiful. I can't stand that look. It is totally unattractive.
So it's much more based upon facial symmetry. It's not based on European beauty standards or anything like that. It's much more based upon what babies, animals, human beings have evolved to find attractive.
So you're just basically saying what you're saying in terms of rating her a 9 because of your lust for real Asian women. And that's probably why they set up this particular episode on IG, so that she can have that look of an Asian woman when really she's not. Like, I would be embarrassed to even walk around with a woman that's like a fake Asian. It's one thing to have fake hair, but to be a fake Asian in look. Imagine you walking around with a woman that looked like an Asian woman because she have a cake of makeup on, and then you come across a real stunning Asian woman and she's looking at you like, really? See, a real Asian woman, when she take off all the makeup, she still look like an Asian woman because she's real. Once Nicki Minaj take off all that mess, she looked like a mess. I'm not impressed with none of these broads, fam. All you gotta do is look at the kind of guy they end up with and know they trash. If they so fly, so hot, got it popping, then why they always end up with the type of guy that's dusty and beta and full of crap, fam? You know what I mean? You gotta recognize the real, fam.
Wow.
You get additional points because we've evolved to find more slanted eyes.
Her eyes are not slanted. That is called makeup that make her eyes look that way, fool. Like, this guy is not an image consultant. This guy is a fool. Like, real talk, fam. She know that she's not Asian. She know her eyes is not slanted, and she know this guy's full of crap right now. You understand? He's judging her based on her makeup, fam. This is foolish, man. This is craziness. Makeup can make women look like something they're not, man. Have you not ever seen videos of a woman who is very unattractive and they put makeup on her and change her into a whole different person?
Some are attractive, especially when they're not on Asian.
So you're saying that her eyes look attractive because it's not on an Asian woman? All you're doing is exposing your lust for Asian women at this point. Because she's revealing the truth that you're really a joke at this point, fam. You know, you're talking about this and that. It's not making any sense. Let's go.
Wow. Wow.
Wow. She's making fun of you, fam. Like, really? Because she's seeing that you're just full of crap. Like, the thing you just said right there is like, I mean, you basically just told her that you prefer an actual look of an Asian woman, but her eyes, you're giving her extra points because it's not on an actual Asian woman, but it's on a black woman. So if she didn't have the makeup on, her eyes would be trash. She's basically looking at you like, so if I took off all of this makeup and you actually seen how I look, you wouldn't even be giving me a 9. So she know you're full of crap at this point.
That's not what gets translated. Most of the time, people take my clips and cut it down to something that's gonna make a viral moment.
No, they don't cut it down. We show what you said.
Don't start a conversation. Take the good with the bad.
Mm-hmm.
Take the good with the bad. Weren't you the same guy that was flagging people's channels falsely? Wasn't you the same guy that put out a notice on your platform saying if anybody use your clips, how you gonna come after them and all this nonsense? We all know that you're weak, Kevin, and you can't take criticism, fam. You really can't. You're just a weak little girl. You know, and it doesn't matter how much money you got, because you still weak. You know? Yeah, you got Nicki Minaj up on the platform, and you soft. You have the succubus right in front of you, and you got no smoke. To all you brothers, where is your godfather? Your godfather is a coward. Your godfather is weak. Your godfather got no smoke. Here we got Nicki Minaj right in his face, and he rating this broad a 9. A 9. Some old ghetto hood chick that got popular in the music industry, and you calling this female a so-called 9? A woman who is leading all these young girls astray? A woman who's destroying the community? Here you are inflating her ego, building her up, when you're supposed to be humbling her? Wow, you're a disgrace, fam. Real talk, man. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen anything else that I did?
I saw one time when you checked this lady for, I guess it was a white lady or a Hispanic lady, and you was like, oh, you're not gonna come on this show and talk down on black women. That's what the fuck you're not gonna do.
Yeah.
And so again, that was a clip. I didn't see the context really, but
Well,
Notice how she just rolled her eyes. You saw that eye roll that she did, fam? Totally disrespectful. But notice, did Kevin Samuels check her? He have smoke to check every other woman that roll their eyes. But when it comes to Nicki, he ain't do nothing. That says a lot, fam. Let's go.
I get a rap of hating black women. And it's far from that. I mean, there are over 50 black women who report that they've gotten married as a result of watching my content in the last year.
Really?
It's on my Instagram. I actually had a young sister just post up saying, hey, as a result of you, I snatched the ring. I just actually posted a brother who was about to move to the Dominican Republic, and he found his wife in my Facebook group. Like 12 couples have gotten married in there. But
let me tell you something, man. Ain't nobody getting married. Nobody's getting married because of you, Kevin Samuels. Why? Because you're not married. You're nothing but a fraud. Where is your wife, Kevin Samuels? Where is your holy matrimony? Why is it that you haven't found no high-value woman in whom you can make a wife? Why is it that you, Kevin Samuels, as a so-called alleged high-value man, you have to pay an escort for sexual gratification? You would think that a man that has high value would be able to pull women with ease. But not Kevin Samuels. He gotta pay an escort for some sex. He gotta pay an escort for a threesome. He gotta pay an escort to get some head. Because guys like Kevin Samuels could never pull a woman in the street. Because a woman will never gravitate towards a man like that. Not off of mere talking points. Not off of game. Because she know that he really is not an alpha male. He's not masculine. And he's not the kind of man that they would want to walk around with. You understand? Now, let's get back into this. Let's go.
that stuff doesn't get publicized. But when I'm talking about relationships, I'm talking about men and women, but because I'm black, I'm talking about us. And from time to time, I would bring stuff in, and then a lot of times sisters would say, well, men, when they get to a certain level, they only want white women or this or that. So I let women from other races come in. I'm like, okay, well, can you learn anything from them? What would you teach them? And
let me ask you a question, Kevin, and be honest. You're talking all this talk about how if most black men or women believe that most black men, when they become successful, they want to get a white woman. My question to you, have you ever hired a white escort? Because that says a lot about you. See, the truth is, a lot of times you got these brothers that got bread, and what they do is they pay for escorts. And being that they have the money, they can go in there and shop for any ethnicity of woman. So if Kevin Samuels hired 2 Caucasian escorts to come through, then he's doing the very thing that he's trying to make Nicki Minaj believe that black men don't do. See, if you're paying for Caucasian women to come through, it's the same thing as getting into a relationship with a Caucasian woman. Do you follow me? Let's go.
the one woman came in and she thought she was going to do what I did to black women. I'm like, hold on. Oh, wait.
Notice that. She thought that she could come in there and do what he did to black women, but yet he's not doing what he do to black women to Nicki Minaj. But he's trying to act like, well, when the white woman came in, he checked the white woman. The only reason why he did that is to pander to black women. You understand? So it's okay for you, Kevin, to do what you do to black women, but you're not doing what you do to black women to Nicki Minaj. Why are you giving her the special treatment? Let's go.
Now, we can talk this way. Karen, you sit your ass down over there, because I don't play that.
Notice you don't play that with Karen, but when it comes to Nicki Minaj telling black women to focus on themselves, you got no smoke for her.
I wouldn't let, despite popular opinion, I love my mother, I love my daughter, but we do have to have a family conversation. And what's starting to happen more is actually we're starting to have more conversations about this.
Let me tell you something. When Fresh and Fit, when them clowns over there talked about they don't dabble in the dark and they don't have no interest in these black women, did Kevin Samuels come out to check Myron? No, because Myron is not a so-called black man. He's not. He's not of our people. So when he said what he said about black women, why Kevin Samuels didn't go on his platform and check him? He had no smoke for him. Why? Because Kevin Samuels is a coward. And he's not about confrontation when it comes to men. He got a lot of smoke for women that can't defend themselves. But women that have a sense of power, oh, he don't want no smoke with them. Let's go.
And comfortable. But we're starting to see progress.
Well, let me ask you this just outright then. Mm-hmm. Why do successful black men date outside of their race?
Well, I would say this. When I look at men, I split them up. Guys that I consider to be in the industry, music, entertainment, athletics, and then guys on the business side.
Why don't you tell Nicki Minaj what you tell people on your platform? You tell them that men that are rappers, men that are athletes, that you don't look at them as high value men. That's what you say, Kevin. So by that same understanding, Nicki Minaj would not be a high value woman. You see, Kevin Samuels is a fraud. He's not gonna give you the things that he normally talk about because he wanna hide. He made it very clear that just because a guy's a rapper and he's making a lot of money, that doesn't make him a high value man. You understand? So that means that Nicki Minaj is not a high value woman, which means she's just average and just have money. Because a woman that have a bunch of money is not impressive to a man, even if a man is poor. Even if a man is poor, broke, and got no money. Just because you're a woman and you got a bunch of money, it's not impressive to that man at the end of the day. It's not. Because at the end of the day, you having all that money ain't really doing nothing for him if you ain't doing anything for him. And he's not looking for you to do anything for him because that's not the nature of man. Man wants to do for his woman. This is why when you have women that have a sense of power and a sense of money and wealth, when they have that position, they normally destroy their lives. Because at that point, they believe they could go out there and get with whatever man they want. And you all know when women make the choice to get with whatever man they want, it's normally the worst possible man. And that is what Nicki Minaj promoted during that live. And Kevin Samuels did not check her. Kevin Samuels did not say, hold up now. You telling women to focus on themselves and let them choose what man they want to get to? No, we're not going to have that here. He just let the demon speak because he served the same succubus demon. Nicki Minaj represents his master. And he's not trying to offend the demon that is responsible for him becoming successful on YouTube. Yes, indeed, Kevin, we know about you. We know about the fact that you sold your soul to the devil. We know about the fact that you deal in dark arts. We know that you dabble with demons. We know that you sold your soul and play with witchcraft. We realize that. You're into all of that fortune stuff and seances while you hide behind Christianity. We know about you. And the Most High is going to bring you down, and you're going to know that the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob is real. Let's go.
Business side, because I come from that side. But more often than not, black men want to be with black women. We do, man. 85% of black women marry black women.
All of that is cap about black men want to be with black women. That's not so, because according to Kevin Samuels, according to him, one of his ex-wives was so-called Asian. He wasn't trying to get with a black woman. Right? And he preferred Asian women. You see? And most black men out here are pumping and dumping women. Kevin Samuels also endorsed alpha male strategies, which is a guy that teach black men to pump and dump women. You understand? Kevin Samuels is also a guy that teach black men to pay for escorts. So if black men are paying for escorts, how are they trying to get a wife?
Oh.
When I had my
See how she says, oh, okay. She's really laughing at this guy at this point because she realized that he's full of crap.
guys come to me, even after they got themselves together, like Dennis Furling, the guy who just moved. He found his black wife in my group.
Here he is trying to take credit for what another man was able to accomplish. In other words, he's basically saying this guy would have never been able to find that if it wasn't for my group. That's like if I met a sister on YouTube and make her my wife, YouTube is going to run around saying, well, you know, we helped Ringo to find that sister. No, you didn't help me to find nothing. I'm the one who did the work.
We want to be with them. The problem is, let's be honest, in my lifetime, we weren't really raised to learn how to get along with one another.
All of that is a bunch of BS, man. The way you treat black women on your platform clearly says that you don't like them. You know, this have nothing to do, we weren't trained to like one another and all this foolishness. This is ridiculous what this guy is saying. If we weren't trained to like one another, then how all those people got marriages through your so-called group? Who trained them to like each other? It sure wasn't you.
We can kick it. We can hook up.
Notice, we can kick it. We can hook up. That's what so-called black people are doing right now. They're not building relationships. They're just having situationships, which is all dysfunction at this point. Do you understand me? Let's go.
And but can we work together long term?
You can't work together long term because most men today are just looking for sex. And most women are just looking for the bag because they have women like Nicki Minaj, the Cardi B's, the Beyoncés, and everybody talking all that mess about not wanting a scrub. You can pay your own bills. I don't need a man, all that nonsense. And because of that, women really believe that they just don't need a man. And once they get their bag, they could pick and choose what man they want to have. That's what they believe, fam.
And I mean, you're married now, right? Okay, marriage.
Nobody nods their head by saying, yeah. She did not say yes and she did not say no. Why? Because she know that her dude or whatever dude that she was with is not a quality man. You understand? He's not a quality man. I'm not sure what his name is. I'm not sure if it's Kenny or Petty. I don't know. I'm not sure what his name is, but if she is married, why she don't have his name? You know, like what's going on? Is she really married? Is she separated? Because the way she nodded her head wasn't like a woman who's happy. And it's almost as if though she didn't like the fact that Kevin Samuels brought that up. See, I can actually read people's body language, and I can tell that she wasn't happy with him bringing that up. Because there's a lot of information going around on the web about her so-called dude that she was with. I don't know what's going on. Some people are saying that he's into some sort of mess. I don't know. But we're going to save that for another video once I do my research.
Relationship is a skill set. It's different than dating in short term. We really want to talk that kind of stuff. And what successful people who are doing good in their professional life want to fail in their personal life.
Kevin, you failed in your personal life. You failed in your personal life twice. And in your professional life, you still don't got no wife. So who are you to talk?
And in the Black community in particular, when we fail in our personal lives, we pay a huge penalty because so few of us get married.
Like you're not married.
It's almost like we like to see people's marriages fall. But
if you are not married, Kevin, there is no way that you're trying to help anybody else get married.
we need more of those things in order to build whatever we're going to be, because
that's exactly what you're doing. You need dysfunctional people that have failed relationships, that have issues in order to build. Because if everybody was in a successful relationship, you wouldn't have nothing to talk about.
People may not like my method, but I want to see more Black men who want Black wives get with Black women.
That's a lie. If you really wanted to see that, why do you pay for escorts? You're not trying to get with a Black woman to wife up, man. So stop the cap.
And that's the outcome we're getting. It ain't pretty, though. Sometimes it ain't pretty.
Can I say something? Real quick? Black women, can we stop talking about if these niggas want us or not? Excuse me, Kevin. This is not. I'm talking to Black women.
Notice what she's doing there, man. Notice that, fam. Because a lot of you're listening to this and you're not peeping the game of exactly what's going on. You're not understanding what's happening here. She is literally undoing everything that Kevin Samuels supposedly have been trying to do all this time. She literally undid everything. This right here is crazy, fam. But again, let's get into this. Let's go.
Real quick. Can we stop posting all day on TikTok? Because I newly went to TikTok and I just kept seeing this. Mm-hmm. Black women, can we stop talking about if these successful Black men want us or not? Mm-hmm. Like, can we just focus on us and we be successful and then we go out there and we decide who the fuck we want?
Wow, fam. Wow. You see what's going on, fam? She basically finessed Kevin Samuels. Very cunningly And he's sitting right there. And he had nothing to say about that. Because if that's what black women are going to be doing, that goes totally against what Kevin Samuels been trying to do. You understand? So at that point, he's in a position now where it's like, damn, what do I do? What do I say? Oh, he know not to say nothing.
Because what I've been seeing is, I feel like I've been seeing men using that as an opportunity because they've been hurt and somebody done went something, and they've been using it as a way to come out and lash out and poke fun at black women.
That's exactly what Kevin Samuels do. Now, peep the body language, fam. Peep the body language of Kevin Samuels. You see the posture that he's in right now? That's the posture when he know that at that point, she's roasting him and she's talking about him and she's talking about all black men. She's literally just roasting all men. And he know at that point, he got to keep his mouth shut or it's going to be a problem. He don't want no smoke. You understand? Because again, he was most likely either paid allegedly, because if she's going to release some sort of album, a video or whatever and want some promotion and she hit him off with a couple of dollars, then he know he can't go overboard because that's a part of the deal. So for her to go and do whatever she's going to do now is what you call the ultimate finesse. But keep focus on his posture, fam. Look.
And use it as a way to feel like they somebody or they something, or so for all you niggas that's...
Notice how he's nodding his head in agreement with her. You nodding your head agreeing with her like she's giving like some sort of facts, like this is some sort of truth she's spitting here, fam. This is crazy. Let's go.
Going out on TikTok, wherever the fuck y'all at, eat a dick, go away. Nobody gives a shit about you. And I want black women to stop fucking posting about whether or not y'all want black women or not. Okay?
Now, notice how she just said all of that about black men, and look at Kevin Samuels' posture on the other side. Think about that, fam. Look at how stupid he look on the other side. Here you got this damn 5'1", 5'3", Miss Potato Head, fake hair, makeup, crazy looking, wannabe Chinese, wannabe Japanese, wish she was Asian, fake eyelashes, ghetto voice. I mean, dusty dude, she got dysfunctional life, having succubus. Talk all that crap about men and telling women to get themselves together and then they'll choose whatever they want and all this garbage, and watch Kevin's posture on the other side. Looking real stupid, real dumb at this point. This is sad. And she's talking about TikTok and this and that because, on TikTok, a lot of us brothers, we get some material to do our reaction videos. And Nicki Minaj be tuning into them reaction videos. And she's tired of seeing the women looking crazy. You understand? But did Kevin have any smoke for her based on what she said about men? Is Kevin trying to protect the brothers? Why Kevin had no smoke for Nicki Minaj? Why? Kevin, you're a fraud. You let all the brothers down. You just let Nicki Minaj destroy the image of men right there on the platform. And you had nothing to say. Let's go.
Okay, well, I want black women just to focus on themselves, be successful, and then you go out there and you decide the trajectory of your life.
Notice that, fam. She want black women to go out there, get themselves together, and then she choose the way she want her life. And look at Kevin Samuels' face. Look at his face, fam. Look at the way he look. He looked like a fool. You understand? He been totally finessed and outsmarted on that IG Live to the point where Nicki Minaj was able to empower the women to continue to remain in their feminism, to continue to have that spirit of the succubus. And everything that Kevin Samuels worked towards in terms of trying to check the women and talk about this, all of that was undone. She literally undone all the work of Kevin Samuels in one IG Live. Wow.
Okay.
Notice Kevin. He just wave his hand. He don't have nothing to say. And look how crazy Nicki Minaj look. Like, how could any guy even try to lay up with that? Like, serious, man. That's just sad, fam. Let's go.
Well, here's the thing.
Notice how she just rolled her eyes at him, fam. You seen that? Now, why Kevin didn't check that? Why? This is crazy, man.
There's a lot of hurt on both sides.
Wow, that was weak. That was weak, fam. That don't look like the so-called Kevin Samuels when he's all on his platform with the lights and the music. He's talking about, well, you know, there's hurts on both sides. Typical beta male simp. Pandering towards Nicki Minaj. Not trying to offend, trying to be on his best behavior. That's what he's doing here, fam. Let's go.
And especially in the Black community, we don't really do a lot with counseling, therapy.
Listen, all this counseling and therapy ain't doing nothing for nobody. I mean, ask Melanie King. All of her counseling and therapy didn't save her marriage. And she's still crazy. So enough talking about therapy. All these therapists are getting rich off of the madness of people. Let's go.
I recommend therapy often.
You recommend therapy often. Wow. She's literally looking at Kevin Samuels like he's crazy, like this guy is weak, this guy is not really real. She cracked the code. She recognized that he's just an illusion, a gimmick on YouTube. See, people that are in the industry, in the mainstream, they understand that a lot of these so-called content creators that you see out here that has a certain buzz and following are not really about that life. She can see through that. You understand? She hang out with all sorts of guys, all sorts of different people be around her. So she know the difference between a real one and a fake one. And she know that Kevin Samuels is fake. Let's go.
Because we got a lot of stuff individually that we want to deal with. And marriage and relationships are not for everybody. And
now it's not for everybody now. But I thought you said that you're here because you're trying to get, black people to come together with marriages. Now it's not for everybody now.
I'm just trying to, ultimately I ask people, what do you want? What do you want? And what are you prepared to do to get what you want? And are you willing to pay that cost? It's really the conversation, but it always gets kind of whittled down. But at the end of the day, what we are seeing is...
Notice he have no smoke for what she had to say about men. He have no smoke for what she said about women needing to get themselves together, build themselves up, so they can choose the kind of man they want. Kevin got no smoke for that. Let's go.
Especially if you're under 30, it's harder for guys today under 30 than it was from 50 years ago, because you can't take care of a family on out of high school or just coming out.
I don't know why he keeps saying all of that nonsense, fam. Like, our people been taking care of each other since slavery. He making it seem like a brother can't do nothing. This is just sad, man, the way this man's mindset is, man.
So they're at the bottom. And I just had men's week, and I told guys, look, while you're under 30, work on getting yourself together.
You actually had a man's meetup, fam? I'm pretty sure that was whack.
Because like it or not, you're really not in a position like you should be to be able to work with, lead, do anything like that. And you see the hate, not the hate, but the hurt on both sides.
No, you said the hate. That's what you said. The hate that's on both sides. That's what you said. Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks.
Because a lot of times people will use these talking points to go at and poke women over here. But
Kevin, that's what you do. You poke women over here. You get on their case. You call them out. You make them look crazy on your show. That's what you do. All right? So stop the cap. Let's go.
That's not what's going on right now. This year, we're past the sound. I mean, we still laugh. We still do all that stuff. We're talking about self-awareness and moving the needle. I'm in LA tomorrow talking with a famous sexologist, a womanist, feminist, to talk about things that that people on my side may not understand.
You mean things that you may not understand? I don't know about your side because I'm not on your side and I don't support you.
To further open the conversation up, because that's what we have to get to. We got to end up, for whoever want to be involved with whoever, we got to end up having a better conversation, because while we're
Nicki Minaj know that you're full of crap. She knows that.
separate, fighting, everybody else just eats off of it.
She could see that. And now he's talking about people are eating off of what they're doing when they're fighting. As if though he's not eating off of the dysfunction of so-called BWs.
That's really what it looks like. So, but,
okay, Kevin. So since we're no, we got to get down to the business chat.
Go ahead.
Notice how she controls the whole thing. You don't see that? She's the masculine and he's the feminine.
Now, do you think a man can have sex 3 times a night for the rest of his life?
Now think about that, fam. Look at his facial expression, body language, posture. Now think about what she just asked, fam. I need for you brothers to pay attention to this. Because the demon that is in her is finessing him. And she's proven something without even doing the normal things that people do to expose somebody. She just asked him, could a man have sex 3 times a day for the rest of his life? Could a man do that? Let's see what Kevin Samuels said.
Most guys can't.
He said most guys can't. You see that? Now, let's break this thing down. If a man is practicing polygyny and he have more than one wife, you're telling me that he cannot fulfill his wives? If he can't have sex 3 times a day, every day for the rest of his life, then what's the point of him having more than one wife? What's the point of Kevin Samuels talking about that as a man, he got options? What's the point if men are out here on the low key cheating on their woman? Because technically speaking, a man can have sex 3 times a day, every day, for the rest of his life. You can get up in the morning, 5 a.m., have sex with your wife, go out to work, do what you gotta do, or when you're getting off of work, you can go see your other wife and have sex with her. Later on in the night, You can literally go to your other wife because you're chilling, you're watching a movie, you have sex with her. I mean, David had hundreds of wives. Solomon had hundreds of wives. What is Kevin Samuels talking about? See, the truth of the matter is Kevin Samuels cannot have sex with a woman 3 times a day, every day. Because he have no energy. And that's why he's always drinking Red Bull. Because his content is bullshit. You see what I'm saying, fam? All right, let's go.
They can't?
Notice Nicki Minaj said they can't? That's crazy. You're talking to a woman and you're saying that a man can't? With the amount of thirst that these guys have on social media in the DMs of women all day, you telling me that a dude cannot bust 3 to 4 nuts every day? That's sad, bro. That's sad. That's crazy, man. Let's go.
Not for the rest of his life, no.
Notice he said not for the rest of his life, no. You know how crazy you sound, Kevin, saying that? Damn, you making the brothers look bad out here.
Well, how many times they gonna be able to do it?
Here's how much he's working.
No, she just rolled her eyes at him again. And he said something along the lines of, you know, if it's working.
It's not how much he's working. That's why I say it's different on.
But wait, no, listen, no,
no.
Listen, hold on. How many times
Listen,
should a man expect to have sex? What is, in your opinion, how many times should a woman give their man sex a week?
A week?
now think about the question. How many times should a woman give a man sex? She just asked, could a man have sex 3 times a day? Every day for the rest of his life. But now she's asking him, you know, how often should a man's woman give him sex a week? Let's find out.
I'm a fan of the as often as he wants it.
As often as he wants it. You see that? As often as he wants it. Now, here's the problem with that. And he's not peeping the game. He just said that a man cannot have sex with a woman 3 times a day, every day, for the rest of his life. But on this end, he's saying that a woman need to provide her man sex as often as he wants it. Total contradiction. And it's extremely selfish because what it says is that when a woman wants sex, he's not available. But when he wants sex, she need to be available. You see that? He can't provide that sex 3 times a day, every day, for the rest of his life. But if he desires sex, a woman's supposed to be there to provide it as much as he needed. Total contradiction. And all it tells women is that men are selfish. And that men only want to be pleasured and they're not interested in pleasing the woman at all. See, the truth of the matter is a man having sex 3 times a day, every day, is basically a 2-way street because your woman may be in the mood at a certain part of the day where she want you to eat her box from the back. She may be in the kitchen and want you to just hit it from the back. Out of the blue. You weren't thinking about sex, but she had it on her mind. Could you perform? Kevin is basically saying men can't do that. Then he flips it and says, well, you know, a woman should be giving her man sex as often as he needed. That's very selfish if you really think about it, because it only focused on him being pleasured. It don't focus on her needs. And this is where a lot of men are missing it. And this is how I know she played him, And she's making all these women realize that this guy is full of crap.
No, hold on.
See how she's fumbling around like, what? She realized that this guy is full of crap, man. Because he acts as if though he can communicate with people under pressure, but really he can't.
Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. You look at, like I said, I look at guys, most guys I'm talking to are working 10, 12-hour days. Bernie Mac said it, I'm gonna come home and give you 50 strokes. You count them if you ain't got time. Most dudes trying to walk around like they porn stars. Look here, man. Get good at foreplay, eat some pussy, and get on. Because we gonna have all that time.
Kevin Samuels really don't get women, fam. I'm telling you straight. That guy really don't get women. Even with money, he's still frustrated.
You get old, our back hurt, the hips out.
Oh no.
See? Oh no. He said you get old, your back goes out. So basically what Kevin's saying that he's old, washed up, and his back it just don't work no more. Now, do you really think a woman want to hear that from a man? You know what that's telling all the younger sisters is Kevin Samuels the kind of guy that you sisters want to get with, a guy that can't perform in the bedroom? Think about that, fam. Why would a woman want to get with a guy that, you know, don't have a high sex drive? I'm telling you, man, KS looking real bad out here, man. I mean, he always looked bad, but now he's looking really bad.
When you get older, I think a healthy sex life 2 to 3 times a week is what most people are doing because they got to keep.
Notice that 2 to 3 times a week. That's crazy, fam. 2 to 3 times a week. Man, every single time I go in the shower, I'm expecting head. Every single time, man. Like, I don't know what kind of routine y'all got, but like, your woman got to be spontaneous. Like, you could just be chilling at your computer and she just come in and just, I'm serious, fam. Like you could be playing games and your woman taking care of you. You never did that, like while you playing Xbox? Like you literally just playing the game, like you and your woman is, This guy said 2 to 3 times a week. Nicki Minaj looking at him like, bruh, I don't know about that.
Yes,
no, I understand.
But when you're single, no kids, whenever you want to.
Yeah. Well,
so he's basically trying to say that, like, if you're in a relationship, like a marriage, it's 2 to 3 times a week, but when you're single, it's anytime you want. That don't make no sense, fam. Got to keep your relationship spicy, man.
She's like, I don't know about that one.
Yeah, she don't know about that one. You look very crazy right now. See how he's smiling up with her? Do he ever smile up that with any of the women that call in on his show? No. He don't smile up. He's starstruck right now. He's starstruck. And for all you clowns that are praising him like, yo, he got Nicki Minaj on his show. What do you got, Ringo? I don't want none of these people on my show. I don't give a damn about them. Those people are all of the devil, fam. The hell I'm concerned with Satan's children. Dysfunctional females and crazy lunatic whoremonger males that buy escorts, fam. I don't need that on my platform.
No, I understand, because yes, things change when you have to be looking at your baby and, a lot of, I get it. I totally get it. But let me ask you something. Do men really want, because I was having this discussion 2 days ago, do men really want a woman to be all up under them? Oh, baby, hi, yeah, ooh, or do they just say they want that, and when they want that, and when they get it, they be like, because I feel like me being mean is what, yeah.
The late great Patrice O'Neal said it the best. We want you around, but not around. He made a comedy bit where he said, we want you in the house, kind of like around the corner in the vent somewhere. We kind of want you to be like a cat. You call a cat's name, hey, babe. Okay, you're there, cool. We just want to know you in touching distance.
Wow, man, that's crazy, fam. So basically, a woman is just a utensil. Just call her like a cat. Hey, cat. Psst, psst, psst. That's crazy, fam.
That's really all we because we ain't really
And
got.
I feel like I'm like a man. I feel
Wow. Nicki Minaj says she feel like she's a man. Kevin Samuels had no smoke for that.
like I'm, you know, a lot of people throughout my life would tell me that I'm like a man. Because I remember people would tell me I shouldn't expect as a woman to have a climax every time I do it, right?
Why
Hi,
not?
Hilton. And I said, excuse me, are you out of your fucking mind? Why wouldn't I want to climax every time I have intercourse? Just like you want to climax when you have intercourse. And I was accused of being like a man. Not in my, this is years ago. And I knew that wasn't gonna work, child. Cause it's not only about you.
Well,
See, it's not only about you brothers, but see, she peeped the game that Kevin is really selfish. And she's exposing him right there. And she's exposing his male following. That these men are only thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about the woman. You know? They're not interested in having sex 3 times a day, every day for the rest of their life, but they're expecting a woman to provide sexual gratification for a man anytime he needs it. Which means they're not concerned about the woman. They're not concerned about her getting an orgasm.
Think about that.
well. So when I go to LA, I'll be talking to sexologists. Shambu Dream, Shambooty. There's a lot that men don't understand about sexuality. Most guys, you ask them what the Kama Sutra is, they don't know what it is.
You don't know what it is. This man is acting as if though he's some sort of sexologist. You know, this guy, he really have no experience with women at the end of the day, fam. Like for real. He's talking about when you ask a guy this and that, who the hell are you to talk about what us brothers don't know? It's crazy for a man to talk like that, as if though all men just don't know everything. Like, really?
They don't know anything about tantric sex. They don't even know that. You couldn't even show them the anatomy of a vagina and they can understand parts.
Wow, fam. This is crazy, man. This is crazy, yo. But you know everything that needs to be known, Kevin. You're just the expert. And this is how he's conducting himself in front of a woman. This is supposed to be your godfather, right? Click that like button, fam. Let's go.
Just weren't taught. So, and if you know what you're doing, yes, you should have as much orgasm. You should. You're multi-orgasmic. You can have more than we can.
That's right.
Yeah, so why men are not making sure these women have orgasms? You see? At the same time, there's supposed to be communication. In other words, if a sister is not getting hers, she need to communicate that. All of this stuff need to be done. You see? But the average brother, when he get with a woman, he's only concerned about getting his and he want to bounce. And what she's trying to show is that these men talk all this talk, but when it comes to that bedroom, these guys can't really perform. And it's not about these brothers being some sort of sex expert. It's the pure fact that they're not focused on taking care of the woman. Like, you don't want to lick the woman from head to toe. You don't want to explore her body. You don't want to get nasty. You don't want to do nothing. All you want to do is bust a nut and go your way. And in order for a woman to climax, she's going to need you to cuddle with her. She's going to need you to do all of that stuff. She's going to need you to lick her all over her body from head to toe, fam. Passionately, like you got to really mean what you do. You got to touch her in all the right places. See, Kevin Samuels don't know none of that. This man wouldn't even know what to do with a woman's body.
So the point is that I think that was part of the purpose of going down there, to have
Notice she just rolling her head.
this conversation, because women's sexuality is so misunderstood by men. So a lot of guys make comments about women in not knowing, and they make decisions based on women. And I say ultimately this: if you ain't getting married, what the fuck you care about a woman's body count and who she fucking? If you ain't gonna take ownership of it, and if it's yours, you need to learn what to do.
Now, at this point, he done messed up, because he thought by him talking about, as men, who cares about her body count, X, Y, and Z, he thought that's what's gonna please the so-called succubus. But she flipped it around and basically said the following.
Because,
Well, if I was a man, I would still care about who a woman is fucking.
Wow. Wow. You see how she just finessed him and played him? He thought by him talking about, as a man who cares about a woman's body count, you get married to her, it is what it is, blah, blah, blah. She said, if I was a man, I would be concerned about a woman's body count. And that's coming from a woman. So she's looking at this guy like, you tripping. Like, you don't care about all the bodies this woman carry? She's exposing this brother right here. Like, really? So you that disgusting? You just don't care. He thought that by him saying that, it would not make him look like he's judging a woman's sexual history, and it backfired.
Safety, as long as it's clean.
As long as it's clean. You sound like a fool, fam, talking about as long as it's clean. So that's the way you feel, Kevin, as long as it's clean? How do you know it's clean? Because she took a shower, it's clean? Wow. She'd know you a fraud.
I'm talking about, there are guys who worry about things here's the thing, there's ownership and then there's dating. We do a lot to disqualify one another. And we got enough stuff already disqualifying us.
Oh, right. To put women down.
Yeah, I mean, or to discount men too. And I'm like, well,
No, focus on the women, fam. Now you're trying to say to discount men and all this other stuff, man. This guy's all cap.
In the context of a relationship, it's different than people who are out here just hooking up. If you're gonna just be out here hooking up, you need to be. I would assume you would want to have a good sexual reputation.
Kevin Samuels, man, let me tell you something. I can go pull up videos and expose you where you do not care about focusing on pleasing the woman. And we may have to do that because you're contradicting yourself here. I got video clips of you contradicting everything you just said right there, and we're going to have to bring that up in another video. Because what you're basically saying is that if a man is hooking up with a woman, he should be concerned about his reputation and performance level when it comes to his encounters with a woman. In other words, he should be focused on trying to please the woman and going all out to do what he got to do. That's true. A man should be focused on that. At the same time, a woman's supposed to be focused on that too. Because in order for a sexual experience to be truly dynamic, it takes both parties understanding what is needed for each partner or each person to perform at optimum levels. Which means you both have to have the understanding that when we go into this thing, there are certain things that we both need to be doing for one another to make it a memorable moment. And the truth of the matter is, most guys today, when they hook up with a sister, they're just out to get theirs. They're just out to get their nut. And after that, they're not concerned with making the woman climax. So she literally walks away dry, feeling used, disgusted. And this is why most women literally don't want to deal with certain brothers, because they feel used. You understand? So stop acting as if though you're concerned with a woman's reaching their climax, because you're not. We have receipts of you speaking otherwise.
To be a dead lay or a weak fuck. That's not a good look.
You saying that's not a good look, but remember what you said, because we're gonna bring out the clips in another video, fam. We're gonna bring out those clips. Let's go.
No.
See, some people are like, I'm so lost.
No, I'm not lost.
She's not lost, Kevin. She know that you a joke. She knows that already. I'm telling you. You know what I mean? And I don't agree with her, and I don't agree with you. At the same time, she is not lost. You're the one that got finessed.
No, I'm talking about people in the
I want to put it on a person.
See? She says she want to put it on a person. See that? But Kevin don't really know how to put it on a woman. Kevin Samuels wouldn't know what to do with a vagina. He wouldn't even know what to do with it. Why you think that guy got to drink Red Bull all the time? That guy got no energy for the ladies. And it's not even so much about the energy, man. It's really about the performance. Like, there's 1,000 things you can do. You know what I mean? There's 1,000 things you can do in the bedroom, man. Like, there should be no reason why a woman is not pleased with you as a man performing in bed. Really should be no reason why. It's just that you're selfish. If you're not trying to do anything for the woman and you're not going out of your way, it's because you're selfish at this point.
I don't give a shit.
Well, yeah, I've seen the videos. I heard, what were you talking about? The blood, what is a blood, what is that?
Blood clot?
I'm serious, I know, what is that?
You sound like a fool, Kevin. You mean to tell me you don't even know what that wow. This is sad, man. You know what he's really trying to do here, right? Because I just peeped the game. You're trying to change the subject. You want her to get off of that topic.
No, it's just a term that my family, my Jamaican people who I love very much, it's just a curse word that they use. Like, with a blood clot, you deal with pussy. You understand? So that.
All right, I've heard that before. I'm like, I didn't know if it was a curse word or what. All right, cool. Well, good to be on here with you. You got any other questions? Because I got to get packed.
The audio on her end went off or something.
Gotta finish talking to my people, but I want to tell you that I appreciate you joining me tonight.
Appreciate it.
And I don't want to, and to everybody that's wanting me to diss this gentleman or anything, I'm not going to do anything because I don't have proper information, and I don't do shit to get attention or to get clicks or to do no clown shit. If I hear something and I understand the context and Kevin and I wants to talk, then we'll talk. But I'm not just here to diss nobody. So Kevin,
I think she finessed you and did what she had to do without even being seen. She did it in a slick way. And then on top of that, she bid you goodbye. Wow.
Say some shit you don't like, you're free to talk about it.
I will.
Yes, you will.
Kevin, we're going to have you on Queen Radio in a month or two, okay?
Queen Radio.
All right. Take care.
Queen Radio. Yo, man, this is crazy, fam. It's crazy. Queen Radio. Anyway, fam, we gonna get up on out of here. You already done know what it is. Nicki Minaj finessed Kevin Samuels on IG Live, and men are mad. Anyway, y'all, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click the notification bell for more content. Thumb up this video. And we're gonna catch you all in the next video. This is Blackmail Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing the truth 100% raw and uncut. I'm out. Peace.
If you like our content, consider supporting via Cash App at $Ringo TV Raw. Become a patron on patreon.com for exclusive video content not shown on YouTube. You could also support through PayPal at paypal.me/Ringo TV Raw. subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell to be notified of new content. Follow me on Instagram at Ringo TV Raw.
This is Black Male Advice TV, the only channel on YouTube bringing you the truth 100%